Alright, we're back, and I'm going to continue talking about the Texans. Then we're going to talk about some of the picks we made, and that miracle game that I so-called. Anyway,
Yeah, oh man.
so where was I when we were talking about the Texans before you had to stop?
We were talking about kind of the Kubiak decision and, Matt McGloin of the Raiders, and that it was an easier game to win for the Texans.
It was, and the next one's easier, but at the rate it's going, I can't even tell you. I just have to say, don't underestimate anyone. Treat them like they are the Broncos. And
But,
ironically, they're going to have to play the Broncos.
but here's the thing there, Josh. Your team is so banged up with injuries, it's not even funny. Arian Foster is gone for the year. Ben Tate is still playing through rib issue. I mean, Andre Johnson for a few of those games was dealing with a shin issue where he couldn't walk barely. I mean, your team is a good team. It's not indicative by the scores.
It's like where Green Bay is. They have good players. A lot of them are just banged up.
Exactly.
They lost Rodgers, so they're done. I mean, we lost Schaub, but then we had Keenum, and now he's better than Schaub.
Uh, Keenum's a good young quarterback with a good cannon arm.
I think he's starting to get too easy to predict. It's
Yeah.
because it's like a sneak attack. It only works once. It only works the first time in a battle. That's kind of one of the basic rules in combat, like in modern or just combat in general.
What your team doesn't have, it doesn't have the speedster to go burning up the in the slot, where you can have a really speedy guy in the center of the field where defenses have to kind of go towards them. Then you can hit some big shots to Andre and DeAndre. I mean, if your team needs anything, it's a speedster wide receiver that's in the slot. I mean, Keenum next year will be back. Foster will be back. Ben Tate most likely will not.
He'll be a backup.
No,
Wait,
Ben Tate is a free agent.
He's a
next
free
year.
agent?
Yeah, unless the Texans put the franchise tag on him. But
I can see them doing that, though. He's doing really well.
I mean, you probably wouldn't need that with Arian Foster's willingness to get injured now.
Yeah, because I think they'll want to keep him for the next year. He's doing pretty well, and especially considering, again, the broken ribs. There's another problem. Graham. Graham, sure, he got a touchdown, but mind you, he was the one that got the fumble at the beginning.
Right.
Getting the first down, but he tried to go beyond, and because he tried to go up against 2 or 3 players, they knocked the ball out of him.
Yep. Rookie mistakes. Rookie mistakes.
It's like, okay, you take the first down, you know you're not going to get the big play. Just go down.
Right.
That's what even quarterbacks do. They're trained to do that, and that should be a basic one.
Back in the olden days, the Indianapolis Colts with Peyton Manning, all his wide receivers, once they got past the first down markers, they would slide down. You just can never tell where the stupid refs are going to mark the football. It's like they're blind.
Just get far enough from the tape so that way they can't spot it behind that, no matter where you slide or how you slide.
They'll be like, oh, his forward progress was stopped.
God damn it, Phil. That was terrible.
That's the stupid refs. See, they deserve it. The refs deserve that. They are a stain upon the NFL.
Some of them make bad calls, but it's hard. You can't challenge flags no matter how much you wish you could.
I really wish you could, because that would, I mean...
That could change some plays. There are some plays that they did fuck up. I think there was a Green Bay game. I think they lost to either the Bengals or the 49ers because of a bad call, and the refs had to admit, yeah, we made a bad call.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the coaches were to throw the red challenge flag for the yellow flag?
Yeah, that'd be funny. I'd like
Oh
to see
man.
that, but they can only challenge plays, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But to wrap up on the bright side, though, the kicker, it looks like he's showing some improvement. I mean, I think he's got a new best record, 51 yards. Barely making it, but still glad he made it. It's what also helped give the team some hope.
Yeah. I mean, your kicker, Randy Bullock, he's gonna grow into the role. I'm pretty sure he'll be in good shape.
Yeah, he's not no Bailey or Hauschka. The one for the Seahawks. That dude's good.
Yeah, that dude is amazing.
I think he works really well under pressure. I mean, save for the 2 back-to-back block field goals for the Houston game and the Colts game,
Right.
he's still really good. I can see him. I think I voted for him to go to the Pro Bowl. Actually, I voted him and Russell Wilson because I think they're really good. Even though I don't like the team that much this year, just because they beat my teams that I liked.
Oh man.
But I'll get over
Alright.
that. But that's pretty much all I'm gonna say at least until we get to the Jacksonville Texans game.
Yep. I mean, and now, do you want to discuss some of our picks? Because I'm pretty sure I know who I picked last.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could pull up the video, but I think I remember most of them. I think I checked over yesterday to make sure.
Okay, so we picked, in the Colts-Texans game, I picked the Colts.
Colts Texans? You mean Colts Titans?
Colts-Titans, yes.
I picked
meant
the Titans, but I think they barely lost.
Yeah, they barely lost. And I didn't see that happening, really.
You thought it was going to be a big win?
I thought it was going to be a bigger win.
That was a close win, but that's not that bad. But it helps the Texans get second place.
And then it was New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills.
Well, we got that way wrong.
We got that way
I
wrong.
knew I should have trusted my gut and sided with the Bills.
You just never know what's going to happen with the New York Jets. One week they're flying high, the next week they're
Now they're
the
mad
freaking
at
tree
Geno.
line.
Now they're mad at Geno Smith like it was a week 1 in the preseason all over again.
You can tell how bad of a game he had by fantasy points. And in fantasy football, he scored -3.
That's bad. How do you owe points?
You throw too many interceptions.
Wow, that's pretty bad. I'm pretty sure he got dropped by a lot of fantasy teams.
Oh yeah.
But
next up we had the Tampa Bay.
oh, I got that one right. I was way right.
I got that way wrong because I didn't expect Tampa Bay to score more than 20 points, and they scored 41. But they have a good young quarterback in Mike Glennon.
Yeah.
So,
You know what sucks? I nearly won. If I nearly won $100 because my grandpa took a bet. Like he bought a ticket for the Kansas City Chiefs and Broncos game. And
Right.
on the last score that the Chiefs made, if they just took a 2-point conversion instead of the extra point, I could have won $100.
ooh.
It's like, you bastards! The one time I want you to score, because the last numbers on both teams, it didn't matter which order. One had to have an 8 and one had to have a 7. Broncos 27, Chiefs 18. That would have been
Ooh.
good.
Oh man,
Oh, it made me mad, but oh well.
I don't blame you. Well, here's another game I got wrong. Pittsburgh Steelers, Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah, we know that.
For
We already
reasons-
talked about that, Bill.
Yeah,
for the other
well,
games.
for reasons in the last video.
I think I
Okay.
picked who did we pick for the Saints and San Francisco game? I think I picked the Saints, even though I wanted
Right.
San Fran to win.
I don't remember. I think I picked the Saints because of their offense compared to 49ers offense. Another interesting game. The Panthers and Patriots.
Did I not call that? Miracle last minute win.
Oh my god. And you know what's even more scary is that Tom Brady drove them down the field, almost won the game with pass interference in the end zone, even though it wasn't. They picked up the flag and ran away. And on national TV, Tom Brady shouted at the referee with some swear words that you could hear. He's like,
what did he say?
He's like, something like, you picked up that fucking flag? Something like that. He's screaming at the referee as they're running down the tunnel.
That's pretty bad, but I can't blame him. That could have been a... I guess that really was the miracle they wanted, and goddamn, the dog is barking. Hold on a moment. Okay, we're back, but I think that's all we needed to talk about. I mean, there were other games, but... Well, there was another one I was actually glad I got right. Chargers and the Dolphins. The Dolphins did what what Texans don't. Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Oh, man. We have to bring it to the gaming-related stuff.
You know what? I was watching the Dolphins-Chargers highlight, and I liked what I saw, because despite them being all in turmoil with the Incognito incident, they did really well against the Chargers at home.
Yeah.
I think they held them off at the red zone 4 times. That's something that the Texans lacked. If they just held them off, forced them to take field goals, or just convert on 4th down.
Here's the thing. Both teams' offensive lines are in turmoil. Both offensive lines can't block anyone. That was like a battle between futility for both teams' offensive lines. It's like a free rein to hit each other's quarterbacks.
They're just struggling to stay alive. Both Texans and the Dolphins. They're trying to get a wild card.
If they get a wild card, they're going to get sacrificed to to whoever is the number 3 seed.
Never know. I mean, remember how San Francisco was like, oh, we're going to take it again. And they got shut down by the Seahawks, I think.
Yeah, they were 7-9, the Seahawks, and
barely
got through, and then went 8-9, and then they got absolutely torn apart.
Yep.
By the next team that they faced. I
think they played the Saints.
Yeah.
Did the Seahawks shut down the 49ers or the Saints?
It was I think it was the Saints, and then they played Green Bay, and I think Green Bay annihilated them.
Yeah, but that wasn't the year that Green Bay won.
Right. They lost in the championship game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember.
But that's okay. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. Next week, our next part, we're going to probably talk about some future games in a little detail in our picks.
Yep.
We'll
just talk about the future games and the picks both together.
Yep, of course, because we're lazy, and it's innovative.
Innovative!
See you guys in a moment.